trimming fall timber for a living. We all began as greenhorns at one time, so most of us are naturally forgiven when our buckers are hung up most of the time. You'll hear that old familiar sound of a chain that won't turn round. I guess my partner's hung up again. We all went down that road when we began. As I recall, then cutting seemed like fun. You try to listen and learn what you can, like when to take your time and when to cut and run. And you'd hear that old familiar sound of a chain that won't turn round. I guess my partner's hung up again. To a faller, it's not all just fun and games when you're breaking in a man that's fairly new. You follow him around and call him names. You got to teach him every single move. You'll hear that old familiar sound of a chain that won't turn round. I guess my partner's hung up again. Watch him close in a breaker one with bind. You tell him a dozen times or maybe more. He'll swear he couldn't hear and he's totally blind, so he'll get hung just like he's done before. And you hear that old familiar sound of a chain that won't turn round. I guess my partner's hung up again. I don't remember it taking quite so long when I broke in several years ago. Now I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Seemed it took just a couple days or so, but I hear that old familiar sound of a chain that won't turn round. Guess my partner's hung up again. All these things are running through my mind. I failed to pay attention to the wind. I grabbed a wedge but didn't have the time. My partner laughed and said, "You're hung again." I heard that old familiar sound of a chain that won't turn round. It looks like that I'm hung up again. It's the sound that it makes that will tell of your mistakes. It looks like that I'm hung up again. Somehow it just don't seem quite right when you feel the cut come tight and your partner sees you're hung up again.